Peace and blessings. Welcome to my channel. My name is Taj Utsi and I'm a certified financial coach. I'm also the founder of True Financial Coaching, where our mission here is to help you to invest in yourself. And the way we do that is by educating you, enlightening you, and equipping you with the financial literacy that is necessary in order to help you get off the rat wheel. We all have heard about the rat wheel, but what is the rat wheel? The rat wheel is when one is continuously financing objects that go down in value for the consumer, but up in value for the bank. The rat wheel is only powered as long as one is continuously working, financing things that go down in value, which keeps that wheel constantly moving. Once one stops financing these depreciating objects, then they stop powering the rat wheel. And once they stop powering the rat wheel, now they become free to do what they want instead of having to do what they don't want. This is what we do here at True Financial. We help you to get off that rat wheel. Today's video is entitled The 40-Hour Work Week is a Program. Like I mentioned in previous videos, currently I'm on a sabbatical, which I've taken the whole year off of work to just do whatever I want to do. And that involves travel, that involves spending time with my family, it involves just sitting around reading, learning new topics. Again, got certified to become a financial coach during the sabbatical. Started this particular business during the sabbatical, started this YouTube channel during the sabbatical. All of these things I probably could not have done if I wasn't on this sabbatical. So what does that tell me? That tells me that time is the most valuable thing. You know, time is a very precious commodity because time is something that once it's gone, we cannot get it back. You can recycle paper, you can recycle plastic, you can recycle aluminum. You know, you spend money, you get that money back. You know, but time is probably the only thing that once we use it, we can't recycle it. Once it's spent, we can't get it back. And this is what this sabbatical has allowed me to see more in depth and vividly. You know, I already had understood the value of time, but seeing it, being on the sabbatical has allowed me to see how precious time is. Most of us, we spend most of our time at work, you know, and we spend this time at work in many cases because we have to. It's different if you're doing something that you really enjoy, you love, you know, where it doesn't feel like work, you know, and you feel good about getting up in the morning and going into work and doing something you're very passionate about. That's different. I'm talking about the majority of people that don't experience that, and many will never experience that. And the reason why is because debt. You know, the scriptures teaches us that the borrower is servant to the lender. So when one, again, is constantly borrowing money and financing objects, they sold their time to the bank. And as a result of them selling their time to the bank, they have to constantly work, utilizing the most precious commodity that there is, which is time. Selling their time for a car, selling their time for a cell phone, selling their time for furniture, for shoes, for vacations, selling their time at such a low price because time is invaluable. So the 40-hour work week is a program. It is a program. I've really seen this more and more since I've had this time off. You know, like I said, I've been on a sabbatical now since the summertime of 2023. And during this time, I'm just seeing more and more how I was giving my time away to my employer, all because of debt. Now, the program started out at a very early age. The program started out in school. School is designed to mimic the work life, the work week, holidays off, weekends off. You go to school 8 o'clock in the morning, get out 3 o'clock, 3:30 in the afternoon, 7.5 to 8 hours in school, uh, following rules, which is fine. I'm not knocking that. You need to follow rules, but the school day mirrors the work week. It mirrors it. And this is a condition. This is conditioning. This is a program that is designed to create workers, to create workers. School is designed to uh, get people and to get the children in that rote memorization mindset, muscle memory, where they're constantly doing the same thing every day for weeks, for months, for years, just that when they can graduate, uh, go right into the workforce. Whether after graduating high school or after graduating college, now to go into the workforce. Now, again, I'm talking about the majority. I'm not talking about the minority. I'm talking about the majority. So, as a child, you're in school. You're sitting all day long, just taking in useless information that most of us have never used since we've graduated high school, or different if you go to college, you use that information in your field of study, whatever. But after K to 12, a lot of the information that we've gathered, we don't use. Yeah, from kindergarten to fifth grade, the primary years, yes, that information is needed. But after maybe up to sixth grade, but after seventh grade, the stuff that again, I'm a math teacher, and I teach these students information that they will never use. 98% of it they probably will never use. Think about it. When is the last time you had to use the Pythagorean theorem? I'll give you a minute to think about that. When is the last time you used that? A squared plus B squared equals C squared. They drilled that into you. When's the last time you used it? When's the last time you had to solve a two-step equation? When's the last time? When's the last time you had to find the circumference of a circle? When's the last time? This information that they feed these children is useless. It's useless for the most part. Yes, you do need an education. I'm not knocking the education. You need an education, to better yourself. Okay, I get it. But my point is how is the school system is a program to condition young people to enter into the workforce. Because now, after they graduate school, go right into the workforce, 5 days a week, holidays off, just like school, weekends off, just like school, uh, dreading Mondays, just like school, hump day Wednesdays, thank God it's Friday. You get the sick feeling in your stomach on Sunday night because you got to go back to a place that you don't want to be at. Conditioning. It's a program. The 40-hour work week is a program to keep people in bondage, to keep them in bondage. Again, the scripture says, Proverbs 22:7 says, the borrower is servant to the lender. So once one, again, stops financing objects that go down in value, they can get off that rat wheel, they become free. They're no longer a servant to the lender, to the banks. Because when we finance objects, we tie ourselves to the bank, we tie ourselves to our jobs, we tie ourselves to that depreciating object for however long we financed it for. Whether it's a car that you finance for, what, 72 months? 72 months. That's 6 years. Notice the car companies don't say that in years. They say it in months, make it seem like it's less stressful. 72 months, 6 years, you're going to tie yourself to a depreciating object. And what people don't realize is the same thing that they've tied themselves to, that they drive to a place every day that they don't want to be at. What's got them driving there is that very same thing that they're financing. That's what got them tied to their job. It's a program. Think about it. The work week, you work 8 hours a day. You get a 30-minute lunch. A 30-minute lunch. 30 minutes. They said by the time you get to where you want to go for lunch, you already spent usually like 5 minutes. Eat lunch, you got to gobble that down because you only got 20 minutes left, because now you got to walk back to get back to the place. 30 minutes, just like school. 30-minute lunch, recess. That's no time. That's nothing. Why? Because you sold your time. Now, I'm not saying don't work. I'm not saying quit your job. I'm not saying that. I just want people to wake up. I want you to see the program. That way we can try to get free from it. And the only way you can get free from it is by getting out of debt. Again, debt keeps us tied to the job, keeps us tied to the banks, keeps us tied to that object that we're financing. But once you get out of debt, now you're free to do what you want, when you want, and how you want to. Wouldn't it be nice to just take some time off of work and not have to worry about, your bills? Not have to worry about when this payment is due. And you don't have to be a millionaire to do that. See, that's the secret that people say, the secret to wealth. There is no secret. The secret is that there is no secret. It's very simple. Spend less than you earn. Save the difference. It's that simple. Keep your expenses low. Save the difference. That simple. Then you can come out this job that you hate, take some time off to look for a job, instead of having to take off a day from a place that you hate in order to go to a job interview. This is a program. The 40-hour work week is a program, and I can say this because I'm experiencing it. I'm this time off, I'm free. A whole year off, I'm free. And I got to go back, for one more year, do one more year, at least. But you know what? I can choose to continue working if I want to, or to retire, from the 40-hour work week. I'm not going to retire from working, because now I'm free to do what I want. I'm free to create videos to help, individuals experience this freedom, because again, once you experience it, you're going to do whatever it takes to not have to go back. Because the freedom that I have, the freedom that I am experiencing right now, money can't buy it. Money cannot buy it. And the crazy thing about it is, I'm not even rich. I'm not even rich. I just don't have any debt. I mean, I got some money saved. I got, money invested in some, different areas, but I'm not a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire. You don't need to be a millionaire. You just have to, again, keep your expenses low, save the difference. Let that money build up. then you're free to do what you want. Why? Because you're not tied to depreciating objects. The 40-hour work week is a program. It is a program. Think about it. If you can do something that you would love to do and didn't feel like work, something that you would do that you could do it for free. Yeah, mind you, yeah, you want to get paid for it, but it's something that all of us would love to do, that we would do it for free. Are you doing that right now? This is what we here at True Financial can help you to get to this point of freedom. And again, you don't need to be a millionaire. Just got to get out of debt. Debt keeps us tied to the job. It keeps us tied to the banks, keeps us tied to that depreciating object. Because again, debt keeps you a servant, an indentured servant. Once you get out of debt, then you're free. You're free to do what you want and when you want, instead of having to do what you don't want. So again, this is what we had True Financial can help you to do, to experience freedom. Freedom in the sense, from the natural perspective of owning the time in your life. We have been selling our time for $15 an hour. Sell your time for $25 an hour. Some are, well, I don't get hourly wages. I'm salary. Okay, the salary, that's probably worse. That's probably worse than the hourly. You know, I'm salary. I'm thinking, oh, I'm salary. But that's probably worse, because you're selling more of your time than you realize. You take your work home. You're not working. You working at home. You're not getting paid for that. At least if I'm hourly, whatever I work, I'm getting paid for that. If I'm not working, I'm not getting paid for that. But when your salary, you take your work home, you're not getting paid for that. When you wake up in the morning, as soon as you wake up on a Monday and you get yourself ready for work, you're on the clock. It's more than just when you go to work and you clock in. No, once you wake up in the morning and you start getting yourself ready for work, you're on the clock. Once you drive to work and you're in that car and you drive to work, you're not getting paid for that. You're on the clock though, because because you sold your time. So again, if you want to experience this freedom, I'm telling you, it's a beautiful feeling. It is a beautiful feeling to not have to worry about waking up on a Monday morning and have to go to a place that I don't even want to be at. Don't even want to be at. And like I said, I'm a school teacher. I love teaching. I love teaching. But the school system is a program. It's a form of conditioning students for the 40-hour work week. I remember times going to work thinking, what are we doing? What am I doing here? What am I doing here? Teaching these kids things that they're never going to use in the real life. And I've always had this feeling in the back of my mind, like I'm being a part of a system that is doing students a disservice by not teaching them information that they need, like financial literacy. Something as simple as filling out a job application, or balancing a checkbook, or knowing the difference between a savings account and a debit account. This is information that children will need, because it's a life skill, something that we use every day. Money is something that's not taught in most schools. It's not taught. Why? Because they don't want this to be information to be taught. The administrators and the powers to be, they don't want this information to be taught, because if it's taught, then it stops that will from going around. It stops that will from going around. It's a program. Retire at 65 years old. That's a program. That is a program. You work all your life, work for 20, 30, 40 years, and then you can retire and enjoy life. That is a program. It's a program. Think about it. Some of us been working for 25, 30 years and still financing cell phones. You have to finance a cell phone. We've been working for 25 to 30 years and financing a cell phone and getting insurance on a cell phone. Why is it that we can't buy a cell phone outright? Why can't we do that? Why not? All the years that we've been working, and we have to finance a cell phone. It's absurd. Why? But it has to be that way. Why? Because that's what keeps the rat wheel going. That's what keeps the rat wheel going. So again, what we do here at True Financial, we help you get off the rat wheel. I'm telling you what I am experiencing, what I've experienced in these last several months. I've been off again since June of 2023. It is February of 2023 now. 2024, beg your pardon. From June 2023 to this present day, February 2024, I have not worked for somebody else. Yeah, I'm working for myself, but I'm doing something that I'm passionate about, something that I love, helping people, helping people with their finances, helping them get out of debt, helping them begin to build wealth, helping them own the time in their life. This is what I want to do. I love it, and I can't go back. Going back to work next year, I have to go back. It's going to feel like prison. To me, it's going to feel like prison. Why? Because I done tasted this freedom. I escaped the 40-hour work week. I escaped it, and I'm not rich. I'm not doing nothing special. I'm not doing nothing special. I'm not rich. I'm not doing nothing special. I'm not a millionaire. All I did was eliminated the debt. That's why I was able to take this year off. I eliminated the debt in my life. We can help you. We can help you get off the rat wheel so that you can do what you want instead of doing what you don't want to do. So again, if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Visit us at truefincoaching.com. The link is in the description box. And get on your way to being free from the 40-hour work week by investing in yourself. Peace and blessings.